Hello, my loves. Today we're going to talk about manifestation, and I want this to be the last video you ever have to watch about manifestation because if you're doing anything like I did, all you're doing is learning, and you're not applying, and now you're just stressed out. So, I want to provide you with some clarity on what manifestation is, how you're using it every single day, and how you can start using it to see the things that you really want to see in life and to stop manifesting the things that you don't want to deal with in your life anymore. Because I know you got a list of that stuff, but I know you're focusing on the list of things that you want to manifest. So, what is manifestation? Is it this new concept that people are just like raving about all of a sudden, and apparently everybody knows how to do it except for you, and now you feel behind the curve? No. Manifestation is literally just your thoughts becoming things. It's nothing new. There's a ton of books explaining manifestation, but they just didn't use the word manifestation. It's just starting to be coined as something very popular now. It's the same thing as a lot of special trends that come around in the social atmosphere, and they just coin it with a new name so that it can be franchised, marketed, and bought, right? It's just basically this principle that your thoughts are becoming things. The thing that I want you to know today, and this is the thing that's going to help you understand it a lot better and apply it and stop stressing out about it and stop having to go research it because your girl is going to tell you everything you need to know, is that there is a specific system that manifestation uses. The cool thing about this system is that it's literally how we're designed to live. Like, as a human, you are an extension of source, whether that be your higher power, your God, your universe, whatever it is, you are an extension of that. And so you have the power to create literally anything you want, hence your life. Your life you have created. Okay? So the way that you created your life, and before you didn't know, so just think of the fact that now you know this information. And once you're done with this video, you're going to be able to go and make some really cool stuff happen. Is what we call the belief system. It's basically where your beliefs, aka your decisions, from what David Bayer would say, aka your expectations, from what Myron Golden would say. And for me, it's your values and your self-love, everything that's just programmed in your brain, right? Everything that's programmed into your brain, your organ. I want you to think of me holding a brain. Your brain, my brain, someone's brain. It's just an organ, right? This isn't you. It's an organ, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on in here, though. There's a lot of electrical components going on. It's like a circuit board. And there's a lot of chemical components going on. It's like a chemistry lab. So, your brain is basically everything that you have brought into your existence and retained since you were born. Since you were born, you were taking in all this information. You were learning about how people spoke to you when you act a certain way, or how people responded when you spoke a certain way or did a certain thing, or how people treat other people, or how you hear people talk about other people, or how if you notice a light turns red, everybody stops, and when a light turns green, everybody goes, and when a light turns yellow, you never know what people are going to do. You know, you're just taking in all this information, and a lot of the information you don't realize you're just not taking in, but you are taking in. So you're conscious about some things and unconscious about other things. A prime example of the things that you're unconsciously taking in is the stuff that you're binging on social media, that you binge a lot. You don't really realize you're binging a lot, but then all of a sudden you're just used to that kind of stuff. You're very desensitized to it. Maybe you're saying certain things, certain noises, certain phrases, certain songs, certain moves and actions that you've seen a lot in these videos. You didn't consciously say, I'm gonna start doing that. You just started doing that. That's because you just let it in and it became a part of your circuit board. So that's the same thing with our values when we were grown, or when we were raised and growing up. Our parents or our guardians instilled all of their opinions and what was in their brain into us. And from about the time you are up to about 25, in your 20s or so, they always say that your brain, right, your circuitry is that of your parents' breeding, your upbringing, your guardian's breeding. It is what they created. You can decide if you want to stay that or if you want to rewire and create yourself. That is why the life that you have right now is not the life that you want. That is why the things that you're trying to manifest are not the things that you're manifesting, because what's programmed in your brain is not matching what you really want, which is a good thing, because the whole point of being a human is to desire more and more and more and more. That's the way the universe works. You say, I want this, the universe gives. You say, I want that now, the universe gives. You say, I want that now, the universe gives. The way that you're asking, I want this, I want that, I want this, is from gratitude. It's from being grateful. And we talk about that in other videos that I have, with how you actually speak to the universe and ask for what you want. But that is the team dynamic between you and the universe, you and your higher power. If you didn't want something, then the universe wouldn't have a job to do. It's literally waiting for you to be like, I want this, and it's going to give it to you all the time. Like, you can wake up and go, I want coffee, and it's going to find a way to get you coffee. You can wake up and go, I want to see a sunset today. I want to see these palm trees in my backyard, and it's going to find a way to get it to you. Or you can wake up and think and feel, oh, I am broke today. Even though you don't want to be broke, you're feeling it, telling it to the universe. So it's going to give you reasons to be broke, you know? So that is what's programmed in your brain. And if there's a conflict in what you're manifesting, it's what's in here. Okay. So we've talked about our brain, we've talked about our subconscious beliefs, our expectations, our decisions, our values of self-love, right? And these beliefs, these decisions, expectations, whether we consciously know it or not, are then going to kick off this electrical circuit, which is then going to be our thoughts. Our thoughts are how we're all connected to each other, right? So think of the times that you've thought about someone and then they called you. Think of the times that you were thinking something and then they said it out loud and you're like, I was just thinking that. Think of the times where things just lined up. That is because you connected with everyone. Everyone, because it's electrical, right? And this world is literally just energy. We're all connected. Like, think of like telephone lines, literally connected to every single person. And if you wanted to dial into someone, you would have to just connect with them on a mental level. Also, other videos. We're keeping it simple in this one. So when you have your thought, your electrical switch, it's going to then switch on a chemical reaction. That is your emotion. Your emotion is not to be confused with your mood or your demeanor. An emotion is just, I feel happy right now. I feel angry. I feel this. I feel that. Your mood is, I have been felt angry. I have been feeling happy. I have been feeling sad. I have been feeling depressed. And it's more of a prolonged type of an emotion. Your demeanor, your disposition is just the emotion you coast on most of the time. So if you're suffering with depression right now, then your demeanor would be more of someone who's depressed. If you're someone who's just chilling on life and is like that go with the flow Zen type of person, your demeanor is probably very chill. It's probably very relaxed. That is how you speak to the universe. It is through your emotion. It's not through your words. It's not through your thoughts. It's through your emotions, because your emotions is actually the rate at which you are vibrating. So we are all just a ton of molecules, tiny, tiny, tiny little molecules moving so quickly that our eyes senses and our touch senses cannot pick up how quickly we are moving. So we just look solid. As with everything else in this universe, literally everything is just a bunch of molecules moving so quickly that none of our senses can pick it up. If you want to be in a happier, higher, lighter mood where you're manifesting more of the positive things, you would be vibrating higher, lighter, right? You know, when you go up to people and they just seem light, and that's the best word I can describe with it, but you just gravitate towards them. It's like this safe, inviting feeling that you're just like, I know I can be here. You know, there's no alarms going off, there's no weird thoughts going on. You know, it's just, I'm just magnetized towards this person. That's because they're coasting on a high vibration, are high energy or good vibes or whatever you hear and call it, right? So that person also most likely has really good health as well. Health is is very, very close, very dependent on your vibrational level. And there's another video I'm going to post here soon that is talking about your vibration and how it impacts your health and how you can literally heal yourself from the inside out with just changing your vibration. So if you are suffering from chronic illness, chronic ailments, pain, anything like that, that's because you have a lower vibration. So that's a good indicator that you're coasting with a demeanor that has negative emotions as well, right? And so your emotions is also what is doing the attracting. Like I said, your emotions is what you communicate to the universe by. So when we talk about the law of attraction and what you actually attract to you, think of what I just said. If you meet someone who has a high vibration, who has this light, attractive energy, you are attracted to them. You like are attracted to them for a certain reason because you're in harmony with them, right? If you were someone who did not harmonize with this person, you wouldn't be attracted to them. So that's the whole point in being someone that you want to attract the things that you want. So it's almost like reverse engineering with manifesting. It's almost like reverse engineering. I want this. So who would I have to be? How would I have to feel to want it? Because then once I am that, it will just come to me rather than forcing your way to go find it when you're never in alignment with it, right? That's the old way of doing things and goal getting and all that stuff and behavior modification. And it's torture. It literally makes you suffer. Like you're not having a good time doing it, right? It would be more fun just to focus on yourself, your emotions, and have good thoughts in your head so that it can just come to you and you can just be like, oh my gosh, like, of course it came to me. I was expecting it instead of you going and forcing and struggling and grinding and hustling and not getting sleep and never hanging out with your friends and never seeing your family and never doing the things that you actually want to do, right? So your emotions is then going to dictate your behavior. Tell me this. Tell me this. The times that you have felt good, happy, joyful, calm, ease, relaxed, like everything's just fine, the bills are paid, fam's good, like friends are cool, you're healthy, you feel pretty today, you feel handsome today, whatever it is, you're probably going to go out and you're going to go looking at people more. You're going to be smiling more. You're going to be more up to talking to people. Maybe you're going to actually get the things that you want done. Like you're going to go and do things that are in that vibration, right? Because you've cultivated these thoughts, these behaviors, these emotions that are making it to where you are doing things that are keeping you in that vibration, right? Because I like to think that happiness is a byproduct of the accumulation of multiple behaviors that just align with your values and make you feel good. On the days that you do not feel very good, you are in a lower vibration, you are not feeling yourself, you don't feel pretty, you don't feel handsome, you feel like a hot mess, you are stressing about your bills being paid now, your job's just stressing you out, your kids are sick, all these things are going on, right? And you just have all these spiraling negative thoughts that's making these negative emotions. You're probably going to be acting way different than the day that where everything just seemed to be going right. You're probably going to be a little bit more agitated. You're probably going to have a little bit less patience. You're probably going to be pushing for things to happen more. You're going to be in this controlling type of mentality because you want to go back to the good feelings. And what we've learned is that we're supposed to control things and control our external environment to change how we feel inside, when the whole process is literally our external environment is created from what's on the inside. So if we're never focusing on the inside, then we're constantly going to try and control an environment that we're continuously creating from the inside. You see why so many people are stressing out all the time and never get to the point where they want to get, because the process that we've learned to change our behavior and be better and all these things is not working for us. It doesn't work for us. It's not how we're designed. Your behavior is always then going to be mirrored to you by the world. If you go out into the world and you're your happy self and everything's good, right? And you're smiling and talking to people and confident and you feel good about yourself, then you're going to have people treat you like that. You're probably going to have cool opportunities happen. It's going to be one of those days where it's like, man, everything just seems to go right. Compared to the day when you're not feeling yourself, you're trying to control everything, you're easily agitated, you're not as patient, you don't feel good about yourself, so you're not really wanting to look people in the eye because it's making you uncomfy, you're going to be treated that way. You're going to have circumstances and things brought to you like that. So, the whole system, I just broke it down. We have our beliefs, expectations, values, whatever we want to call it, programmed into our subconscious. That's going to kick off electrical thoughts. That's going to kick off chemical emotions. That's going to dictate and determine your behavior, which is then going to be mirrored to you by the world. So, how can you use manifestation to get whatever you want? Use that exact process. Stop thinking about anything in your reality. Literally just ignore it, because your reality is this delayed mirror that is basically everything that you thought of at one point in time. It could have been a day ago, it could have been a year ago, it could have been 10 years ago, it could have been 30 years ago. And it's just, that's what's in front of you. You've manifested all of this stuff. So if you want something different, depending on how big it is, and depending on how vulnerable and surrendering you get and how let go you get to this process, and really focus on cultivating positive emotions and rewiring those limiting beliefs that make you feel aligned. And I get into that in another video if you really want to rewire for good manifesting. Then you are going to start seeing a shift in your life, because you are going to start creating your life from the inside out. You're going to stop trying to change your life by changing all the external things that are just completely out of your control, and per this process are literally at the end of the line. That's like getting in front of a boulder that's already almost rolled all the way down a hill and trying to stop it. It's not going to be fun. You're potentially going to get hurt. You're definitely going to get tired. You're not going to want to do it again after you. If you do stop that boulder, you're probably not going to really want to do it again, right? And that's goal after goal after goal after goal. This process is just going within and saying, I don't want that in my reality anymore, so I need to rewire who I am to just not have that in my reality and to replace it with this new thing now. That is how people are becoming multimillionaires within a few months, within a year. That's how people are curing cancers. That's how people are curing their ailments. That's how people are falling in love with the dream person. That's like movie theater healthy love, That's how people are doing these things, is they're starting to realize their life is determined by what's on the inside. And what is on the inside are these three components, the only things that you ever have to work on in your life and get better at is harnessing your emotions, using them as your guide, using them as your intuition, your flags of, I don't like that, so that means I need to go this way instead because I like that. That gives me good feelings. Your thoughts, which are communicating to everybody around you and also creating those emotions, and your beliefs, which is ultimately the seed of those two things. Whatever's programmed in here is going to create your thoughts, it's going to create your emotions, and that's going to create your life. So if you want to change your life, if you want to change your health, if you want to change anything, if you want to change your wealth, if you want to fall in love, if you want to be confident, if you want to attract more clients, if you want to do whatever you want to do, those things are the things to focus on. Stop focusing on other stuff. Stop trying to go and learn and not apply, because it's gotten you to where you are. Think about it. If you are not where you want to be right now with the thing that you want, the only reason is because of your beliefs, nothing else. There is no other reason as to why you don't have what you want, because that's just how the world works. You get exactly what you are. So if you are able to shift and control yourself, can master yourself, right? The manifestation is about mastering yourself. Then you're going to be able to manifest whatever you want. And take it from someone who's a confident manifester at this point in time. I live off of manifestation. That's how I make my money. That's how I get my relationships. That's how I've gotten my health. That's how I've gotten my hair so long and thick. That's how I've gotten my skin to clear up. That's how I've gotten so many cool things in my life. And I can tell you, it's an ongoing process of literally just going within yourself and getting to know yourself better. And that's why I coach it. So if you're wanting any more information on this, feel free to ask any questions. I'm watching all the comments. I want to make sure I'm always making stuff that's resonating for you all. I hope this helps you. I hope this brings you clarity with manifestation. Don't overcomplicate it. Its thoughts become things. And if you want something, you have to think it. If you want to think it, you have to believe it so that you think it all the time and you think it subconsciously. And so when you think it, then it creates a good emotion. If you think something and it's creating a bad emotion, then that just means that your belief needs a little bit of rewiring. If you think something and it creates a good emotion, that means you're in flow and you can just wait because it's coming. It's on the way. Right? If you think something and it creates a good emotion, it's literally coming. It's on the way. That is the manifestation process. That is the flow. That is where you want to be all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This whole it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to sit and vent and complain and talk about all the things that's pissing you off. Do it and watch your life not change. Watch your life stay exactly the same and or get more of what you're complaining about. Stop doing that. Start harnessing those good thoughts. Start making it a priority to feel good. If it doesn't make you feel good, get it out of your life. It is your life. You control what's in your life. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Replace it with something that empowers you, that makes you a good person, that makes you the person that you want to be. Because the person that you want to be, when you're connected to yourself, you are pure positive energy. You are that person that we talked about earlier that is literally just attracting everything because you're this light, safe energy. You've released control. You don't chase, you attract things. You are a conscious manifester at that point in time. Your prime job is literally just to make sure that you're in a good mood by thinking great thoughts. That's life. That's life summed up for you. Your thoughts become things, so you might as well just think the best. And a lot of us aren't used to thinking of the best for ourselves, and that's where self-love comes in. So if you love something, you want the best for it, you want to nourish it, you want it to grow, you want it to be as amazing and as happy as possible. So the more that you fall in love with yourself, the better your thoughts are going to get. Okay, y'all, I hope this helped you. I hope that this brought the clarity that you were needing. Now go and apply this. The way that you can apply it is start looking at your emotions. Start being aware of your thoughts. If you were to make a transcript, word for word, of all of the thoughts that you had in your entire day, what would it say? Like, get honest with yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Love you.